Now to water you so you grow big and strong. Whoa, wait! Wasn't it just summer? And weren't you a sapling just a second ago? What's going on? Oh well, time to die. I love sitting on corpses. Hey everyone, and welcome to my new island, Camillo. I love new beginnings, they always feel so magical. Today, we're stepping up to the plate and joining the debate. Is time traveling cheating, or is it just part of the game? Are there any benefits? Are there any harms? Let's discuss. When it comes to gameplay, time traveling can affect everything. It can help you access specific fish or insects that are time-locked to certain times of day, or even those that are only available during certain seasons. You can time travel to speed up your flower breeding process, doing weeks worth of breeding in a single afternoon so you can access your prized hybrid flowers faster. Remember that you will still need to water your flowers every day for them to spawn hybrids. I think the biggest appeal of time traveling is the sense of control it gives you over your Animal Crossing experience. If you missed a specific holiday event, or if you work odd hours that prevent you from playing during the day or at night, you can just hop around to play and experience what you want when you want. You can even choose which season you play in. There's a freedom in time traveling that allows you to prioritize the specific gaming mechanics that you like best. If you're playing in winter but are struggling with inspiration or motivation to play, you can just skip ahead or fall back to summer or fall or spring. If you have an idea for a design on your island but you need season-specific items to complete it, you can just hop over and pop some balloons to collect season-locked DIYs, shake some trees, and pick some shrooms. You could become a true master of your island with the click of a button. Okay, so all of that sounds pretty cool, but what about the villagers? How does time traveling affect them? Well, they die. Just kidding! Obviously they don't die, but there are some significant impacts that are important to be aware of. First, no villager is going to leave your island without your permission. They may think that you're upset with them, or it may take them a second to recognize you, but they're not going to leave. The most significant impact is that your friendship level with them is probably going to decrease. If you hop just a day, it's not going to have much of an impact, if any at all. A few days, I think you'll be just fine, but definitely if you travel a week or more without interacting with them, then that is going to start having an impact on their friendship level. So definitely keep that in mind before you decide to start time traveling. In honor of fairness and in the spirit of debate, I do want to acknowledge that there are definitely some strong opinions in opposition to time traveling, and they do have a few good points. First and foremost, you'll get cockroaches! Oh, they're so creepy and gross. But you can just step on them and then they'll die! Yay! Another concern only applies if you're playing the stock market. After purchasing turnips from Daisy May on Sunday, if you time travel backwards, the turnips will rot. If you time travel to next Sunday or further, the turnips will rot. You can hop around a day or two at a time during the same week you initially bought the turnips, but anything else and, you guessed it, they'll rot. Time traveling can also upset the algorithm dictator who decides when your NPCs visit, so that's another potential problem to be aware of. And that's it. Those are the only downsides of time traveling. There's nothing else that could possibly be considered wrong about it. Except, I guess in some way it could possibly be considered cheating, and it could potentially be argued that time travel rips away at the very fabric of what Animal Crossing is all about. Maybe? Let's see. Time traveling as an extension of cheating just sounds kind of funny to me. I mean, absolutely no disrespect to anyone who feels that way. I only say that because it's been a feature, I believe, of every single Animal Crossing game. I don't think that the game's developers are unaware of the ability to time travel, and we've had how many updates over how many games, and time traveling has, again, to my knowledge, never been patched out of the game. I feel like the concept of cheating applies more to, like, modding, where players take on a level of control over their island that wasn't intentionally built into the game by the developers. I still have no issue with modding. It's your game and it's your Switch. You bought them, so please feel free to do with them whatever you want. It's just that is what cheating would be in my mind. Now, when we talk about ripping away at the very fabric of what Animal Crossing was intended to be, I can see where some people are coming from. The story of Animal Crossing is that it's a sort of life simulator. You're supposed to go day by day and do some chores, chat with your villagers, and just kind of play the game slowly to experience it in the moment. And I agree. I think that's an aspect of the game that the developers intend for us as players to experience. That slow progression of life where every day we enter into the game and work towards achieving certain goals that, over time, creates the experience of Animal Crossing. I acknowledge that it does feel more rewarding to get that hybrid flower after actually spending real time working towards it. Earning a villager's photo after months of talking to and connecting with your villager is probably going to feel like more of a reward than if you just spend a day or two time traveling to get it. Where I think many other players differ is that we don't necessarily want that exact experience. I don't choose to play Animal Crossing because of the fishing or the villagers or because I want to experience something slow. I play because of the terraforming. I love the feeling of building something, completing it, and then starting over on a new project. And it seems to me that that style of play has always been an intended option for those of us who choose it. Again, if time traveling was never meant to be something for us as players to have the option to experience, I have full faith that the developers would have found some way to make it harder, if not impossible, for us to do it. The major difference is in the experience that you choose for yourself. Neither is wrong, neither is right. And when you have the option to choose, it tells you something about yourself. And I think that is a direct feature of the game, intentionally. So I think it's pretty clear where I stand in this debate. What matters is figuring out how you want to experience this game and then create that experience for yourself. If a mechanic exists and you have the option to use it, then that decision is ultimately your own to make. So, what say you? Are you curious and willing to tinker with the mechanics of time, or are you content to take each day as it comes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is a really fascinating issue within the world of Animal Crossing, and I look forward to reading your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hey! I realized that I spent all this time talking about time travel, but I completely forgot to demonstrate how to do it. So, here we go! In order to time travel, you have to close Animal Crossing, and then from the home screen, head on down to System Settings. Then we gotta scroll all the way down to System, and next, Date and Time. So here, we see Synchronized Clock via Internet. We want to turn that off, and then you can come to Date and Time, and you can change the date, month, day, year, and obviously the time. Do keep in mind that when you change this, it can affect other games on your Switch. So if you want to set it back before you start a different game, you can just go back up to Synchronized Clock via Internet, turn it back on, and then your other games should, in theory, be just fine. And then after you set things the way you want, head on back to your game and play until your heart's content. Alright, so for real now. Bye!